All right, before I let y'all listen to this, what I'm about to say, it is Young Dolph Day of Remembrance, and Makita's over there passing out cookies all day. I don't know what me or Jay doing, but they passing out Dolph and cookies all day long. So I don't know how this quite gonna go. So it's supposed to be a day of remembrance, but if we remember November 17th, we remember we lost Young Dolph. So I don't know quite sure what they want us to remember. Is it his all the good he did? But everybody don't think like that. So long live the Flipper Man. The reason I'm showing y'all this little photo of Mia J is because what she got the internet on buzz about when she came out and said Dolph died over some ego shit. Well, unlike y'all, I have my own man, just like y'all. Shit, I have mixed emotions about that. Now, first she said she died over some rap shit, but she elaborated and said ego shit, one or two songs. Don't take no rocket science to figure out the long-standing beef. But if you don't believe me, I'm gonna let somebody else narrate this, and then we're gonna continue. My name's True. Long live the Flipper Man. Listen to this shit.
It is a self-sustaining ecosystem that has become a bitterly contested kingdom. The king, or duke, coming into the mid-2010s, was Yo Gotti, best known to the nation as the guy who got bodied by Nicki Minaj in a song about his DMs. Yo Gotti epitomizes Memphis in that he is a C-list national celebrity but a veritable hero in his hometown, playing the character of Boss with a powerful presence reminiscent of Rick Ross in Miami. His label, CMG, represents the most popular artists from the city, including Moneybagg Yo, Blockboy JB, and Black Youngsta. Enter Young Dolph. Dolph was born in Chicago, but raised in Memphis, and had gained traction there with his magnetic delivery and uniquely deep voice. Yo Gotti was a fan, and offered him a record deal in August 2014, a symbolic acceptance of an outsider into the Memphis rap mafia. Dolph, a man devoted to independence and inhuman gall, declined the deal. 18 months later, Dolph released an album called King of Memphis, an obvious slight toward Gotti and the spark that let the fires of hell loose. CMG lackey Black Youngsta fired back on social media, but was further antagonized to the point of gathering a heavily armed militia and unsuccessfully searching the streets of Memphis for young Dolph. Pieces were traded, including a wondrously forgettable track by Youngsta, and Bad Blood remained for the rest of the year. At this point, Yo Gotti was largely unconcerned with an outsider making the outrageous claim of king. He was too successful and too rich to have that fragile of an ego. Then, Dolph went nuclear, releasing Play With Yo Bitch, one of the most venomous diss tracks in all of rap. It is carefully constructed to cast Gotti as an exploitative, dishonest, sneak dissing, disloyal to Memphis weakling, and it does all of this beautifully, with the rhetorical peak of the song being, they say you make them puya ns call you boss / but they can't call you king, why, / because that's Dolph. This track is arguably defamation, and it was too disrespectful to just accept. There was some back and forth on social media, including another forgettable diss track, this time by Gotti, who was just starting to take the feud seriously. Too little, too late. Less than 2 weeks later, Dolph released a video for his diss track. If you watch even a minute of that, it is easy to see why young Dolph's car was shot at over 100 times the next day in Charlotte, North Carolina. The car was bulletproof, so the person that ordered the attack, take a guess, most likely meant it as a warning to tread lightly and respect the established leadership or be killed, simple as that. However, Dolph either did not understand the nuance of unloading dozens of clips into his town car or had absolutely no fear of death, because 5 weeks after that he released his album Bulletproof, named both to immortalize himself and ridicule his attackers for not being able to kill him. Before Bulletproof, one could be forgiven for saying Dolph was merely a troll trying to solicit a response from celebrities to bolster his exposure. But trolls usually stop running their mouths when Twitter fingers once again become trigger fingers. They usually do not taunt their aggressors in the form of an album and exasperatedly ask them, how the FK you miss a whole 100 shots, in the first song. It's hard to overstate just how ridiculous this progression was. Young Dolph backed a wolf into a corner, dodged the animal's warning attack, and then ruthlessly made fun of it for leaving him alive. When the wolf attacked again, however, it bore its fangs, and sunk them deep. Young Dolph was shot multiple times in Los Angeles just a few months later. He survived, and since then he has been quieter, less openly hostile, as if he finally understands the stakes. For native rappers, Memphis is the only place that matters. Dolph wanted the city's respect, and thought to earn it by mutilating the reputation of the autocrat. Few deny that Dolph obliterated Gotti and his posse in rap. But he was walking through a room of eggshells with Timberlands on, and the more he broke, the larger the target grew on his head. But he was walking through a room of eggshells with Timberlands on, and the more he broke, the larger the target grew on his head. But he was walking through a room of eggshells with Timberlands on, and the more he broke, the larger the target grew on his head.
But that's not what I'm worrying about. What I'm worrying about is this part right here, so that we can finally let it be known that in Georgia, the court stayed and administratively closed the case pending a ruling in the probate case in Fayette County. Plaintiff now reports that the probate judge in Fayette County has appointed Jeremiah Jardine as administratrix of the estate of Adolph Thornton Jr. Accordingly, the court lifts the stay and directs the clerk to reopen this case and reinstate plaintiff's motion for default judgment. The court grants plaintiff's motion for substitution of party, Jeremiah Jardine, administrative of the estate of Adolph R. Thornton Jr., deceased, is substituted for descendant Adolph Thornton Jr. as a defendant in this action. Meaning, in the probate court in Georgia, if you die and you have no will, the first person that it goes to is the children, the spouse and the children. Well, matter of fact, let's read that too. True. Hold on for a minute, because we got shit to talk about. True. Of the Georgia law, which determine who are heirs at law of a descendant, the person whose death necessitates the administration of his or her estate. The heirs. The heirs are, number one, the spouse is the heir if there are no children, and no children who died before the descendant living children of their own or descendants of living children. So the spouse is the heir if they have no children. Number two, the spouse and children. The spouse and children are heirs if there are children as well as the children of any child or children who died before the descendant. If there is no spouse, number three, children, descendants of deceased child, grandchild, etc., then the parents will be heirs. So the first person is the spouse if there are no children. The second is the spouse and the children. And if we don't have a spouse, if there is no spouse or children, descendants of the deceased child, grandchild, etc., then the parents will be heirs. So, there you go right there. So we know that Mia J has the power and the kids as well. So that's how the Georgia law states. So we can get over all that. She has full right to do whatever she want to do and be the administrator, because the court granted her administrator over Dolph's estate, not Daddy-O. So whatever deal she makes with Daddy-O, that's between her and him. As we know of now, he's the co-CEO of Paper Route, so her interest would be in Dolph's whatever percentage they share together, and ain't shit we can do about it. So to set the record straight, that's just one thing. That's just one way. And they ain't off the hook. I'm just saying, for the kids, Dolph children is a legacy. She has right to do that. She has rights. She's the administrator of his estate. True. Let's move on. We cleared that up. Let's go. Now, before I end this video and start the next one, because today, once again, people, is Young Dolph Day of Observance. It's the fact that to follow up with Onan, you know what I'm saying, just on this part, because I had mentioned these guys, these real estate moguls, in several videos months and months ago. Can't say that I did what he did, but sometimes sometimes it just, people do different things. So salute over there that way. Ain't no haters over here. But to follow him up with this with the real estate guys, this is a story I got. This is a story that I got from the streets about me in Memphis. Is that these guys have been playing the weed game. It's not a secret since they was young, since Dolph about 15, 16. Daddy O is the one that groomed Dolph. Now these guys come from the old school, or at least Daddy O. Well, I might well say Dolph too, in a sense that when you grew up at the game like that, when you was getting that kind of money on that kind of level, then it's known that you don't put properties into your own name, which would make it later on in life easy to steal, to take away. You know what I'm saying? See, Mia J, she might be the administrator over his estate, but part of his estate has been filtered through other people, and that would be what these guys do. You know what I'm saying? As you can see, I went on LinkedIn, and as you can see, Get Money at Paper Route Empire LLC, Jerome Caesar. You know what I'm saying? Because LLCs, you can form as many as you need. And if Dolph trusted you, in which you can go, he done showed y'all that they go way, 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 way back. So it's like, that's why you see the dude in circles that he no longer, that he shouldn't be in, but he should be in them, because, no, he should be in them. But that's why you never seen Dolph in those circles. So when you see his right hand, when you see one of the dudes that was to serve, that's the filter to wash money, basically, might well just say that shit, then it's easy to leave a paper trail to filter yourself out, and that's money laundering 101. So don't think we finding this out. The feds been on Dolph ass, as well as everybody that was around him. So if you think the feds ain't been on the Daddy O, and if you think this when you own all them properties and you ain't in the middle of the way of some major shit with major money, then you cutting them off. You know what I'm saying? They don't give a fuck about poisoning people or none of that when you talking about two different kinds of pipeline. That's why you always hear remnants of Texas through all this Dolph shit. You know what I'm saying? Because that's what Dolph was in the way of. Now, who controls that shit and how they able to take it away is because of what I'm just telling y'all. Without the backstory, paperwork don't mean too much. You gotta know these guys' purpose to know big business. And when big business involved, you will get unalive. And so that's what's going on with that. Now, as time goes by, everybody's gonna get trapped up. So for the people that's out there that's sick to their stomach and want justice for Dolph and can't sleep at night, like me and my sister, my aunties, you know what I'm saying? Especially the lady I'm gonna call Louisiana, near dear friend of mine. You know, she really taking it hard, as is a lot of us. You know what I'm saying? This shit is sickening, disgusting, and look at the big head motherfucker, all the way to where he supposed to be at, where he going, and look at the people that Dolph had around him. That had to be suppressed. See, that's what y'all missing. They heads was on the same damn platter to be served up if they didn't get rid of the face of the PRE organization, not the underballs and the consigliere. You know what I'm saying? Because they knew that they had to get rid of him and help and assist. That's why this big ass play and this rabbit hole goes so deep. And that's all I want to say. Today is Young Dolph Remembrance Day, and we're gonna see how they play out. I'm gonna be dropping videos all day, and this is just the first one. So bear with me, cause we about to go hard all day, and that's what I want y'all to know. So don't, when I say once again before I leave, it was all the elements. It was the gang shit, the big multi-trillion-dollar brand new legalized cannabis industry. It was this pipeline shit, and it was the blueprint of the music industry too. It was so everybody that wanted to live had to play their position. And that's why you heard Dolph say, if I sacrifice myself, not y'all, because he felt it coming. Not y'all. He felt it. He knew what was going on. That's why we love Dolph, because he set the blueprint for the South. And he wasn't no dummy. He just had a heart full of gold, and he was just, where I come from, you can't kill me. I'm gonna kill y'all by leaving. Just keep going hard and setting the stage. Long little flipper man, salute to every one of y'all. Like, share, subscribe, always support. And now once again, yesterday, for some reason, y'all showed a lot of love. I appreciate all y'all donations. It was a special day, made me feel real good yesterday, because it don't happen every day. But I appreciate y'all, and I salute each and every last one of y'all for supporting the team, the family that we call True Results. Stay tuned. Cash App $sign True Results #2. Let's go. Long live Flipper Man.